Hello everyone, welcome back to Poke Patrol. Pokemon Go has been part of our world for 3 whole years now, which is kind of hard to believe. It feels like only yesterday I was trying to boot up the game, getting constant connection issues. Man, those were the good old days. Joking aside, Pokemon Go did have a lot of issues upon launch. There's a lot of connection issues due to server strain, because millions of people were trying to play at once. The tracking got just decimated within the first week and never came back. And also there was not a lot of features when the game first launched. There's only one generation of Pokemon, a lot of which weren't available. There's no legendaries. Ditto wasn't out yet. The regionals were impossible to get. There was no friends, no trading, no shinies. Needless to say, we have come a long way since the beginning of Pokemon Go. So does that mean that Pokemon Go is a perfect game now? The angry Niantic employee off camera who's pointing a gun at me probably wants me to say, yes, Pokemon Go is a perfect game, please spend all your money on it. But that's just not the case. Anything can be improved on. Pokemon Go is no exception, which is why I've made this list of 10 things that I hope are implemented in Pokemon Go within the next year or so. Please don't shoot me, Niantic. I'm just trying to help, please. I just want to see my family. The first thing I'd like to see changed is the gift cap limit. Right now you can only hold 10 gifts, but I think that could be easily bumped up to 20 with no real issue. There actually was an event last week where the gift cap was raised temporarily, but I think it should be a permanent change. 20 gifts is not a huge deal. Speaking of gifts, I'd also like to see the drop rate of gifts at Pokestops slightly increased. During this event, I went 5 or 6 stops at a time without getting a gift, and it was kind of tedious and annoying because the whole purpose of the event was to send gifts, and I wasn't getting them. So that kind of sucked. So maybe a guaranteed gift drop if you have room for them. That'd be a nice change. The next big change that I'd like to see is the total revamp of the Friends tab. Right now it's kind of trash, to be honest with you. Some of the features I'd like to see on this tab would be last time online, a more accurate version of it at least, whether or not your friend has an unopened gift from you or not, the ability to send multiple gifts at once, there's mass select friends and send gifts out, or mass open gifts, as well as a chat feature. It's no secret that right now the best way to level up and gain experience in the game is through becoming best friends with players. By interacting with them for 90 days in a row, you become best friends with the player, which will net you 100,000 experience or 200,000 experience if you pop a lucky egg. But that is the issue with this. Players will always want to pop a lucky egg when becoming best friends with someone, because it'll get them 2 times as much experience, so 200,000 total. So they'll wait and try to contact the player, and sometimes they can't contact the player, so they'll end up waiting even more because they want to synchronize lucky eggs with both people, so no one opens the last gift. So a simple chat feature would fix this issue. They'll be able to say, hey, let's pop a lucky egg at this time, and we'll open the last gift. And I think that's a nice little quality of life change, personally. I don't know, I don't think it'd be that hard. Speaking of best friends, when you're best friends with someone in Pokemon Go, there is a 1 in 100 chance of you becoming lucky friends when interacting with a player, which means that your next trade will be a guaranteed lucky trade. This is another issue because to trade you need to be within 100 meters of a player, which means you may end up becoming lucky friends with someone you can never trade with because they're in China or India or somewhere across the globe. So a quality of life change I like to see is that lucky friends should have no trade limit. They're going to be lucky regardless, so just let them trade from whatever distance. It's not going to harm anything. Alright, now onto the meat and potatoes of the changes I want to see, because I'm more of a raid person. The first thing I want to see is letting us skip the goddamn raid lobby. There's no reason that if I'm trying to solo a raid, like a 4-star or a 3-star raid, you can't solo 4 stars, why should I have to wait for 2 minutes? Even if I'm in a private lobby, I have to wait 2 whole minutes. No one else is coming. I'm doing this alone. I just want to get in the raid and get it done with. I don't want to stand out there in the cold and winter for 2 minutes longer than I need to. Let me just skip the goddamn raid timer and just fight the goddamn champ. Please. Please, Niantic. Please. I will buy so many raid passes if you just change this. I promise. I will spend so much money. Another raid change I like to see is a beacon. So if a raid's popping down the street somewhere, you can, from your location, click on it and flag it or something and say, hey, I'm gonna be at this raid. So many times when I go to a raid, I expect other people to be there, and then they're just not, and then I can't do the raid. This is mostly an issue with Heatran, because no one was doing Heatran raids, because Heatran blows, but I wanted Heatran. It was my first legendary raid, because I just got back into the game at that time, and I wanted some Heatrans, but I couldn't do Heatrans because no one did the raids where I lived. So I'd love to, not waste my time going to these raids that I can't do. So let us flag raids. That'd be a cool feature, Other players can click on it, see how many people are planning on going. It's fun, it's interactive, and it's good. Another change that I'd like to see for raids is a revamp of the premier ball system. Right now, you get a certain amount of balls at the end of the raid based on your performance, damage, how much damage your team did, if you did the raid with a friend, if your team owns the gym, etc., etc. These premier balls can only be used during the raid, and once the raid's over, they're just gone. But I think you should get more rewards based on how many balls you have left over after the raid. I know, like, when I do like 3-star raids or 4-star raids, I usually catch it within the first 2 or 3 balls and then just have like 12 left over. It'd be cool if they converted to like regular Pokeballs or Stardust or something, because they're just going to waste right now. And I think that'd be a cool little incentive to do more raids, get more Stardust, more balls, you know? Who knows? Speaking of gym ownership, I think that whole scoring system needs to be revamped as well. I feel like it's toxic when like a raid pops and then all the teams like swarm to a gym and just try to like fight each other to get the gym last minute. You know, there's usually like spoofers and stuff, just like Golden Raspberry and the Pokemon in the gym, and no one has fun during that. It's stressful, and you waste your berries or you waste potions trying to take down the gym. I think that the gym ownership balls should be based on how many hours per day your team has owned that gym. So if your team has owned that gym for at least 6 hours that day, you get 3 balls. If your team has owned the gym for like 3 hours that day, you get 2 balls during the raid. If your team has owned the gym for 1 hour that day, you get 1 ball during the raid. And if you haven't owned the gym at all that day, you get 0 balls. That way, more teams, more players get more balls during the raid, and more people are happy. There's less toxicity. Sure, there's still going to be spoofers that won't fix anything, but it's nicer. It's more balanced, perfectly balanced as all things should be, as a giant purple great man from space once said. Another quality of life change I like to see is a second infinite egg hatcher. I'm not sure how you'd implement it, maybe by getting a level 40, or walking a certain distance, or doing a certain task, but I feel like just having a second infinite egg hatcher wouldn't be that bad. You still have to buy egg incubators, so, you know, they wouldn't lose too much money on that, and it'd be a nice little treat and a nice incentive to get level 40, because right now when you get level 40, you get lucky eggs. Why do we need lucky eggs? We're already maximum level. Why do we need more experience? I mean, some people want more experience, but like, I feel like the general audience doesn't care about more experience when you're already the max level. Alright, here's the biggest issue with Pokemon Go right now, in my opinion, is the TMs. The TM system is terrible right now. There's no reason that the TM should be a lottery or a gamble. You should be able to just use a charged TM and then select what move you want. So many times, I'd be trying to get like Avalanche or on a Mamoswine or Outrage on a Rayquaza, and it will switch between Aerial Ace and Rock Slide and Aerial Ace and Rock Slide and Aerial Ace and Rock Slide. I waste like 7 TMs on just trying to get one move when there's only 3 possible moves. It shouldn't be this way. It's already a gamble with the egg system. I shouldn't have to gamble for moves. It doesn't make any sense. It's bad. They're hard enough to get anyway, and I shouldn't have to waste 4 or 5 trying to get one move when there's only 3 possible outcomes I could get. Wow, I got really heated during that. I'm sorry. That's what happens when I don't script things. I just get really mad, I guess. And finally, I want to see more special research days, like Clamperl, Feebas, and Lotad. Those are like the last 3, and those were months and months ago, like 4 months ago or something. Those are so much fun, like the limited time research. I know a lot of people like hated them. I hated the Feebas one personally, but I had a blast with Clamperl and Lotad. Like I think they like really knocked out of the park with those. And I just want to see more of them. They're fun, and you know, hopefully we see more with the Gen 5 rollout. So that's going to do it for my list. What do you guys think? Is there anything I missed? Are there any changes that you think should be made to Pokemon Go? I know it's not everything. I know there's still some issues with PvP and trading and yada yada yada, but I feel like those are being worked on slowly. Like PvP is very, very slowly being revamped and reworked, and it's changing for the better, so I don't really mention anything with that because I feel like everything's going to be fixed with that very soon. But this stuff probably won't be touched for a while, which is why I wanted to bring your attention to it. But let me know if there's anything else that you think needs to be changed, and I might do a follow-up video. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can ring the bell button too. It'll just tell you when dinner's ready or something. I don't know what it does. But yeah, those are the 3 main ways you can help the channel grow, and growing is always good. Just ask Pinocchio and his nose, he will tell you. Also, if you want more of my crazy antics, make sure to follow me on Twitter. The link's down in the description. I post memes and shit posts all the time, and this is a good time, so make sure to follow me there too. That's going to do it for me for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, trainers.